Hello you guys, so I'm back. I have another video for you. This one is all about Invisalign. So I mentioned my Invisalign throughout my vlogs, and I know a lot of you guys want information on the Invisalign, so I thought it would be cool to put a video together, tell you all about my experience, the cost, the tips and tricks that I have picked up so far. I've been using them now for 2 weeks and I have already seen improvement. I have already seen movement happening in my teeth, and so I'm going to show you guys what I received and some other things that I have here that I carry around in my purse. I'll give you the cost. Now the cost, it is a little bit pricey, but it's totally worth it. If you guys are thinking about getting braces, or you're in your 30s like I am and you think braces are for teenagers, absolutely not. You need to go to your orthodontist and definitely go get your Invisalign, because I'm telling you, it's going to make you feel a lot better, especially if you need a lot of alignment or correction, I should say. So my Invisalign will be on for 12 months, and I think they always extend a little bit more just depending on how much they need to tweak there towards the end. So expect it to be what they tell you plus a little bit more, okay? Now the cost for me, I did not have a lot of correction that needed to happen, but I am having to correct some of the teeth on the top and then some on the bottom. But again, it was minimal. The bottom was a little bit more than the top, but the cost for mine was $5,500, and I think that's on the low end. If you need more correction, I think the cost goes up a little bit more, and they are more than just the wire braces that you could have gotten a couple years ago before this option was available. So it is a little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it. That's why I went with this route. So on your first visit, you go in and, oh, this is a good tip. Make sure that your orthodontist has the 3D scanning machine. What they'll do is they'll put this wand in your mouth, and they actually take a picture of each of your teeth and then make a 3D image of your entire mouth. And that is 1,000 times better than, you know, when you were growing up, how they put that gooey stuff in your mouth to make the moles, and you were gagging. It was like the biggest piece of gum ever. Okay, well, they don't do that. Well, some orthodontists still do that, but if you can find an orthodontist who has the 3D scanning machine, go with that. It is more accurate, it is easier, it is faster. I believe once they take the 3D, they just send it off to the Invisalign company, and it's just faster. It's just the modern way of doing this. So if you can find an orthodontist that has that machine, that's the route you should go, just in my opinion, from what I have experienced. So the first visit was that. They scanned my teeth, and it took about 2 weeks to get my first trays in. Now during your first tray visit, they're going to show you how to put them in, how to clean them, and how to use the trays, because after every meal you have to go through this whole routine of cleaning your mouth, flossing, and all that stuff. So that is a pain, and it's a little bit of work, but it's totally worth it. So what else? So during that first visit, you're going to get 3 trays, your first 3 trays, and you will switch those trays out every 2 weeks. Okay, so these that I have in now are my trays number 2. So I've had my first trays in for 2 weeks, and I switched these out today. So I don't feel like, when I first put them in, they felt a little bit tight, but already I've had them on for about, well, half of the day, and I'm already used to them. I don't feel the tightness anymore. And you know, the first couple of days that you get your trays in, they're uncomfortable and they're weird, and you really have to get used to them. You're going to spit all over the place. You're going to have a lisp. If you've seen just in this video alone, I don't know what the hell I'm saying, because I feel like I have a lisp the entire time. But I hear that's normal, and it just improves over time as your mouth gets used to these trays in there. So just expect that. It's not a big deal. Most people don't really even notice. You notice because you know how you're speaking and you know how you speak on a normal basis. But with the Invisaligns in, you're really self-conscious. At least I am, of what's coming out of my mouth. What else? So on your fourth visit, or on your third visit, you're going to get your fourth tray. I think you may get a couple of trays, but you're going to get your fourth tray. And on the fourth tray, they put these buttons on your teeth. Not everybody needs this, but I think majority of the people do. And the little buttons just help correct even more. So they help to align the teeth even more. From what I understand, when you get those on, it causes the trays to be a little bit harder to put on and take off, but whatever, it's just part of the process. Just like if you got the metal braces, how you have to go in to get them tightened and you have to wear the little rubber band. It's the same thing, it's just something a little bit different. So it's not a big deal. The Invisaligns, you really can't see them unless somebody's really, really close up to you. So most people don't notice that you have the Invisaligns in. Now you do have to wear them for 22 hours a day. That is the recommended to get the best results in the amount of time. So in 12 months, if I really want to stay in that timeline and get the best results, then it's recommended 22 hours a day. So take them out to eat, brush your teeth, floss, rinse it out with some mouthwash, put them back in. You sleep with them all night. In the morning, you're going to get up and you're going to brush your teeth. You're going to brush your Invisalign trays, go through the whole routine in your mouth, and then put them back in. So that's kind of the process to do throughout the day. Now, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I have here. Some of this stuff I keep in my purse just because I find it easy to just carry around with me. And then some of the stuff is just the stuff that I use here. So let me show you guys. Okay, so you're going to get these. You're going to get 2 of these little Invisalign tray holders. And now I keep one in my purse. Gosh, my table is dusty. I keep one in my purse, and then I keep one either in my bathroom or on my desk, so that if I'm eating, I can just pop them out. In the morning, I can pop them out and put them in there while I'm brushing my teeth or having breakfast or whatever. But one always stays in my purse, so while you guys are out and about, you have somewhere to store them. Here are my first trays, and they're clean, so don't worry about it. I'm storing them away in their baggie because a cool thing about these is you can, if you ever forget to wear them as long as you're supposed to, or when you're finished with your treatment, if you forget to wear your retainer, you can always go back to one of the trays. So it's good to just keep them in the baggie that they came in so that you have all of the trays that you were given. If you ever need to pop one back in, you can. And then they have, let me see if I can show you here. It has to have right there at the bottom, it says 01. So that means it's tray number 1. Okay, so each of the trays will be identified with 1, 2, 3, however many trays you have. So that's how you can keep track of those. So those are my tray 1s. This is my bag for the tray 2s that I have in right now. And then here are my tray 3s. Once those are finished, I go in for my buttons. I believe I have 5 or 6 buttons that they're putting on, and then I'll get my next set of trays. Now here are the best things that I ever found, and my little sister told me about these. I absolutely love these. So instead of carrying toothpaste around in your purse, you guys need to find these. They're the Colgate Wisp white, optic white, and they're like little toothbrushes, and if you can see in there, I don't know if you can, this will zoom in, right, but it has a little bit of toothpaste on there, and then they're little toothbrushes. So I keep these in my purse. You'll see that I've already used one there. I keep them in my purse, and it's just perfect. You don't need water or anything to rinse out your mouth. You just brush with this, and you're done. Now, I also carry this thing around. So this is just one serving, I guess it would be called, of Scope, which is your mouthwash, and super easy. I bought this at, I think it was CVS, and I paid a couple bucks for like 4 or 5 of them, I think. And oh my God, they're just so good. This and this and this is what I carry around in my purse. So my mouthwash, my tray holder, and my toothbrush with toothpaste already on. That's what you need. This is what I carry around in my purse at all times. Okay. I also bought this baggie here. This has 24, and I paid like just 24 of the little toothbrushes in there. But I got this at dust on my table. I got these at Target for $4.99, I believe. Now, another thing I wanted to show you guys, the reason I have this toothpaste here is because you remember when I was telling you that you need to brush your trays every morning? You need to find toothpaste that is gel, okay? So not the white toothpaste, but you need to find the toothpaste that is made out of gel. If you buy the paste, it makes your trays, or it turns them kind of like foggy, is what she said. So you need to find a gel toothpaste so that your trays stay white. I mean, it's just for 2 weeks, but you definitely want to keep them nice and clear. So the toothpaste, make sure it's a gel toothpaste. Now, another thing that I have a zillion of are these stick flossers. I have a small pack that I keep in my purse. I'm not as strict with these as I am with this other stuff that I keep in my purse, but I do have this little baggie that I've been throwing in my purse when I do remember to keep it in my purse. But I also have this one in my bathroom because I go through a million of these. I floss after every time that I eat when I am home. So that's another important thing that I think you guys need to have, because from what I have heard, cavities are common with people with Invisalign because they think they can eat and just put the Invisaligns back on without properly taking care of their teeth. So that is it. So that is it. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you guys have more questions, leave them in the comments. I would love to answer questions for you. Now, I'll take you through the entire process as I go to the orthodontist to get my buttons in. As long as my orthodontist is okay with it, I am definitely going to ask him if he's okay if I bring my little camera with me so that I can vlog there. I don't think he'll have a problem. He is super cool. So if he's okay with it, I will bring you guys along to my appointment so you guys can see what's happening there. So do not forget to subscribe so you guys can see all of the different videos that I'll be putting up through my Invisalign journey. I will take pictures to show you guys the progress as I'm going through, and anything else that I think might be valuable for you guys, I will definitely make a short video just to make sure I get the message out there, because when I was first doing my research, I was so excited and I just wanted to find out as much as I could. So I hope you guys subscribe so that you guys can go on this journey with me. I will try to document as much as I can. Thanks, guys.